Hey everybody, just before this video starts, please consider going down below and subscribing to my channel if you are new. If you have watched any of my previous videos and are enjoying my content, then it would mean the world to me if you would actually subscribe to my channel. As you can see, we are just about halfway to my subscriber goal there. We need 1,000 to actually become a YouTube partner. As far as the watch hours go, you guys have crushed it. You've blown it out of the water. 248 watch hours over what is needed already. So I'm extremely grateful for that, but let's try to hit 1,000 subscribers.
McDavid moves in. McDavid goes upstairs. What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode 17 of this Edmonton Oilers Franchise Mode. Currently still in the franchise frenzy era with this team, as really this is probably our last year where we will guaranteed have all three of these guys, Draisaitl, McDavid, and Chubasov, in the lineup. Just because Draisaitl is coming up to a contract year here and is going to be wanting quite a bit. So yes, our window very well may be closing after this season. As you can see, Draisaitl wants a lot of money. I'm sure Miro Heiskanen is going to want just as much. Oh my god. Holy crap. He thinks he's worth that much? I thought Draisaitl was going to be expensive. Jeez, Heiskanen. Okay, we will see about that. I'm not so sure he's worth that much money. Clefbaum, yeah, he's worth about 5.3, I would say. That's a pretty good deal, I would say. But, my god, some of these guys are like, just, I don't know what you guys are smoking in the off-season here, but hopefully it doesn't affect your play coming up to the next year. Carter Hart does not want an extension. That's a little worrisome. Stuart Skinner does. He's cheap, so we'll figure that out as this season goes along. I think we're going to actually get into a little bit more of the calendar sim here. That's what I've been doing with some of my other series, and it helps with entertainment, so I would say that's what we're going to do here. Plays like Bobby Hull, okay, at 5'9". I don't know if we really want to pursue anybody here in the draft. That'll be a question that gets answered as we move on through this simulation, really. This guy looks like he could actually be pretty good. And Nicholas Eriksson. Honestly, it's hard to judge who's going to be good and who is not. So we'll just let our scouts do the work, and let's get into a calendar sim. So we're going to go right up to halfway on the calendar here, see what our team can do, and hopefully they will be right around the top of the league like we expect them to be at the halfway point. Okay guys, so 42 games into the season, the Oilers are looking pretty good. They're not looking bad, but I still would prefer a better record, as we are, as you can see, behind Calgary and Vancouver at this point, which isn't good enough. I mean, 50 points is pretty strong in the league. Like, we're doing all right. McDavid's crushing it again. I mean, that's what happens when you put him with Draisaitl. He just scores like a madman. And Yuri Chubasov, actually, our next highest scorer there, absolutely crushing it on the plus-minus too, I have to say. But he's projecting 90 points this season. McDavid's projecting over 100, but Draisaitl's almost a point a game. He's real close. Yamamoto is way up there. Same with Benson, who is injured right now, actually, which sucks. Bouchard has been amazing. Heiskanen, not as great, but still really good. And let's see our goalies, because that is something I am interested in. 16 out of 32, Carter Hart. That's it. That's all you can offer us? Like, yikes. Man, this is why our team doesn't sit top of the division. This is exactly why. It's because Carter Hart's not performing. So I'm actually kind of interested to explore trades for Carter Hart, simply because, one, he doesn't perform when we need him to, and two, he's expiring. Like, his deal is almost up here, so. No trades available. Awesome. So I'm actually interested to see what are other goalie options we could potentially have, because honestly, Carter Hart's just not doing it right now. Gibson's nice. He's looking really good. Besides that, I don't think there are all that many goalie options. Oh, Calgary's got Samsonov. That's why they're doing well. Actually, wait, what are Samsonov's numbers? 18 out of 31. That's pretty darn solid. Definitely better than Carter Hart, who's probably getting paid more. Wow, they are really not good right now. Robin Lehner's actually looking pretty decent. Who's this guy? Never heard of either of those guys. Actually, no, I've heard of Jones, but... Matt Murray, maybe, but like Carter Hart's easily our best option still, even though he's not performing. Vasilevsky, 30 years old already, so not spectacular there. Really, there aren't that many goaltender options. I think we have one of the best goalies in the league still here with Carter Hart, but it's like, man, you gotta win games. You can't just sit here and only win 50% of the games you play, and that's not good enough. So, as you can see, I've subbed Timashov up to the second line, mainly because Benson's hurt right now. Carter, can we get some wins, please, buddy? I know you're playing a lot of games here, but 3.2 goals against and only one shutout halfway through the season is awful. For a goalie who's expecting a lot of money, you're not doing it right now, so we're going to get through the next, I want to say month and a half, probably 2 months, up to trade deadline here. We're going to go right up until just before the trade deadline, see how our team performs, and really that's going to be deciding who stays and who goes, really. So we don't need any of these guys. That's a good win against Winnipeg, but then we lose in overtime to Florida, lose again to our division rival Calgary Flames, and then finally get a win against Anaheim, but gave them a point still. We also barely beat the Coyotes there. So man, this is tight. This is a tight division for sure. And we need to win as many games as possible at this point if our team is going to have any kind of, winning chances here. So, heading up against Detroit. 4-3 loss. Man, Detroit's not even that good a team. You got to win that game. As far as the Islanders go, we do beat them, thank goodness. And then San Jose, I get the feeling we're going to drop it again. No, we don't. We beat them in overtime. But we are still, we're not going to catch Calgary at this point. We're just not winning enough games, and it's getting frustrating. Yikes. Heiskanen gets injured. That's not good. Definitely not the first time Heiskanen's gotten injured either. So, yeah, that's not good for our lineup. So, oh man, guys, you gotta win these games. You can't go dropping them consistently, and that's what you've been doing. It's brutal. Tiny Keeping usually gets 1 or sometimes 2 games in the NHL at a time when anybody gets injured, so... yeah, that's got to be a little tough, but he is growing by the looks of it, so the NHL experience has to be helping for sure. We got a week here with no games, and then we head up against San Jose here, where hopefully we can actually, continue to get some wins here, but I'd say we are doing better than last season's at this point, but you know what? It's hard to judge. 2-1 win against the Sharks. Nice. We're still 7 points behind the Flames. We do get another OT win there against the Predators, who are a top-end team as well. Heading up against the Canucks. Please don't lose this. Oh my gosh. Guys, these are the crucial games that really determine where we place in the standings. So you got to just keep winning here. We cannot afford losses at this point, especially against international teams like Anaheim and Vegas. And another big win there against the Golden Knights. Nice. Okay. Everybody wants Kyle Wood at this point because he's a cheap option, and he's honestly really good. He's 6'7". He's a massive player on the back end. And we lose that one. Come on, boys. We're closing in on the Flames. They lost a couple in a row there. So if we can just get like 5 more wins here, we're going to be right on top of them and have a good chance. But there are some better teams by the looks of it here. I think the Panthers were one of those teams that is really good right now. But let's see. Oh, we lost that game. If we had won that game, we'd be closing right in on the Flames. And that's what we're trying to do at this point. But come on, boys. Just like 3 more wins in a row. I know they're back-to-back games, but you gotta win these ones. Like, come on. And big win there. That's good to see against the Islanders. What about... This is a road trip here, I believe. And this is a big road trip at this point. What about Pittsburgh? Do we beat them? I get the feeling we don't. Yes, we do. We beat them 4-1. And now it's just Toronto. If we can win against Toronto too, that would be huge. So really, I don't have a lot of players that I would actually prefer to trade at this point. Like, I'm pretty happy with what we've got in our arsenal of players. Mason Nueve, I kind of wish he had came over and played in the AHL, because then he would totally be ready for the NHL next season. Like, we would be able to just throw him right into the lineup. There wouldn't be any kind of integration process whatsoever. That would be so much easier, but nope. What about our goalies? Who do we have for goalie options? And Toronto, yes we do. Let's go. Okay, we are just... I mean, Calgary has 2 games in hand, but we are just 2 points back from the Calgary Flames now. Looking really good. Did not get up to 40 wins before the trade deadline. That's a goal I usually like to have to determine whether or not a team's going to break 50 wins on the season. But, I mean, you can go on crazy win streaks. Obviously, we haven't had a great season over the last 2 years where we were just under 50. The year before, we were way over 50. We won like 54 games, finished first. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again with this team, but I mean, hey, we 63 games in, we just got 19 more to play here, and really this is going to determine where the Oilers end up in the standings. So first things first, I got to get my owner mode stuff sorted out here with Rogers Place. And really, we just need to repair a whole bunch of stuff more than anything. It just helps. Helps with the fan happiness and all that stuff. And, yeah, it just has to get done, really. These are all expensive upgrades, jeez. We don't even have a second parking lot. That's funny. Okay. So we get all the repairs done there. And, actually, what were our owner goals? Because that is usually something that's pretty crucial to the team. 85% of suites, 30 sellouts. I don't know how many we've gotten so far, but we're winning games, which is huge. And, well, as you can see by Connor McDavid, 77 points on the season already. He's having a good year for sure. Draisaitl over a point a game. Same with Chubasov. Matt Yamamoto, just about there. I almost said Matsumoto, who's from a completely different series than this one. But these guys are crushing it right now. I am seriously impressed with He still has 3 years left. Let's go. Oh my gosh, he's actually awesome. Okay. Honestly, I get the feeling Yamamoto's kind of the reason why the rest of this line's clicking here with Draisaitl, McDavid. Chubasov, we know he can do things on his own. He's plus 25 on the year again, but I mean, he had a plus 44 year when he had that 50-50 season, which is absurd. But yeah, overall, like, we have so much depth throughout this lineup that we don't really need to worry about anything besides contracts. So we're 7-2-1 in our last 10. We're going to head into the last 19 games of this series. You guys are going to sit here and watch it all with me, hopefully, if you choose to stick around for the video. But let's see how the Oilers do in their last 19. Can they get more than 10 wins here? That is a big question, because if they can, then they're pushing 50 again. But you have ice time concerns, Shoots? About what? You are like... You're playing just perfect where you are. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's what we need. We need you to be a team player and play alongside Chubasov here. So, let's see. Ottawa, is that a win? Yes, it is. Let's go. And we overtake Calgary. Ooh, that's big. Okay, and then we also beat Winnipeg. Oh, and Timashov goes down. That's a problem because our chemistry was flowing so nicely there. And then Timashov goes down. That's tough. That is very tough. But we do have a guy like Zach Kassian to sub in and out of the lineup, which makes our lives way easier. And as you can see, it didn't really affect us as we still get the win against St. Louis. Suites need to go way down. We need to drop those down to like 15,000, just so that we can continue to get some people buying them. We want to try to sell out suites. I believe that was one of the biggest things here. So we're gonna leave that marketing budget. Let's just hope things keep going well here. And another win against Buffalo would prove to be huge. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. We are rolling right now. A win against Minnesota. Oh my gosh. We are crushing it right now. Oh, holy crap. What a season these guys are having yet again. That is fabulous. Like, I am truly pleased now with how this team's looking. Even if we lose this game against Boston, I don't even care, but we win it still. Oh my, okay, hold on 2 seconds. We need to go back and look at the win streak the Oilers have just gone on, because that is insane. Okay, so let's just stop up the simulation here. This is insane. So the last time we lost a game, that's all you can see on your screen right now is wins. The last time we lost a game was against the Ottawa Senators on February 18th. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 7 to Buffalo. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 game win streak. 13. We are hot right now. McDavid's got over... He's at 90 points now. Our team's over 100, which is the best record in the league. 13 game win streak. You guys saw that. That was legit. I didn't play a single game. That was just in the middle of the season. Holy crap. We have like seriously blown some of these other teams out of the water here, but there are still teams on our tail for the Presidents now. And we still get 2 more wins. That's a 15-game winning streak now. 16 makes it a 50-win season yet again. That's a 16-game winning streak. 16. But watch us lose to some really weak team like Arizona. I get the feeling, no. Wow, that's like 17-game win streak now. And Clefbaum goes down with a concussion. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was not what we wanted to see. Not good. Not good at all. But Tiny Keeping is actually proving to be a decent sub for this team. Oh boy. Okay. And oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was our best season to date. To date. We won the President's Trophy. No question. No questions asked. We just won the President's Trophy. Like, oh my gosh. What a season from the boys. Can we go back and look? Yes, the winning streak was ended on the last game of the season. I don't think they cared at that point. They were like, oh my gosh, we just won the President's Trophy by going on like a 20-game win streak. It was probably more than that, so let's count here. Okay, so Ottawa, we lost there on the 18th. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to Buffalo. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 game win streak. 21. 21. That is like the biggest win streak I have seen out of just a regular sim engine, I think, ever. Yes, we do have a good team. Like, don't get me wrong. I am not, like, surprised that our team is capable of that. I'm just surprised that the sim engine actually allowed that to happen. So, a bunch of guys have, well, not career years, but over a point a game years. Kyler Yamamoto actually has a career year here, getting 86 points in 82 games. What a beast. Plus 34 on the season. Yuri Chubasov has another spectacular year, gets 89 points, plus 38 on the season. That is awesome. Leon Draisaitl has his third best year in his career. Tied for third. No, fourth. Never mind. He's had some really good years here. So back in 2019, yeah, he was up at 90 points there for a while, dropped down to 80. And then the last few seasons, he's been hot again, for sure. So 94 for Draisaitl, just, phenomenal. That's what he does. And then Connor McDavid jumps right back up to that 100-point mark. He is almost at 1,000 points now in his career at 28 years old. So that is spectacular. I am seriously happy for him. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near Gretzky's record by the end of his career, but who's to say? The sim engine can get pretty whack at times. As far as Carter Hart goes, 37 wins on the season is pretty massive, I would say. I don't think many more goalies had more than 37 wins. 45 for Lehner. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. Laurent Brossoit had 39 wins. Tristan Jarry had 39 wins. Alex Nedeljkovic. Okay. So by the looks of it, there were definitely some better goalies as far as wins go, but Carter Hart was able to manage 3 shutouts, which puts him where in the league? Yeah, not great. There were a bunch of goalies who were able to manage more shutouts than that. So, yeah, definitely not a bad season from Carter Hart, I would say, but I would also say that he has had better seasons in the past. This is a guy that has disappointed me a little bit, is Marcus Nold. Just hasn't really gotten up there in rating. Like, we got to give him some kind of opportunity here soon, because really he is not exactly fitting the way I would have hoped. So maybe we've kind of, ruined his 7th overall potential. But he's still a good player, don't get me wrong. He fits in perfectly for our team where he's playing. Honestly, I'm not that upset that he hasn't grown. It's just he is starting to get up there. He's already 22 and hasn't really had a breakthrough yet in rating. As far as our rookies go, Tiny Keeping was just fine for us in the 4 games he played subbed in. He's going to get some playoff action now too. But Abraham Tripp for the Colorado Avalanche was spectacular. Jeremy Bendahan, not so much. Same with Jeff. Is it Jeff Lupul? Is that like Joffrey Lupul's kid? Possibly. Kaliev finally plays at the age of 23. And besides that, I don't recognize a lot of these other guys, to be honest. They were all drafted later. Oh, Jeff Kessler, I kind of remember. He's a power forward. What about Brett Harrison? Was drafted back in 2021. Rolston is actually looking pretty good. And, well, that's about it, really. If we look at the entire league for regular players, what the heck? Excuse me? Ivan Barbashev. Are you sure about that? Yeah, it's fine. St. Louis didn't win the Presidents, but, like, what the heck am I looking at right here? Like, seriously? You're paying him $9.2 million a year as a medium top 6 for whatever works, I guess, but, like, holy crap. I thought McDavid had, like, I was like, oh yeah, McDavid's probably going to be right up there at the top, but nope. As far as goals go, Tarasenko had 59 goals. Who is this guy? Fletcher. Jalen Fletcher. Ooh, he's a sniper. Jeez. 5'10", put in 49 goals on the season. Anybody else we don't recognize? Jonathan McNabb, 42. That's a high number. Draisaitl had 40. Not a big surprise. As far as assist leaders go, John Carlson had 78 assists. McDavid isn't even on this list. Holy. A lot of other good players in here for sure. Wow. What about Philip Hedl? How did he have 68 assists? He's 90 rated. Holy. Some of these guys have turned out way better than any teams could have expected. The Brinket is looking nice. He's only 5'7", but yeah. I'm just impressed with how the Oilers actually turned out and turned this season around. Went on a crazy win streak to end the year. Bested the Rangers by 7 points on the season and 4 wins. So, yeah, spectacular season from the boys there. If we go and look at goals for, I think we were still the best. Never mind, St. Louis scored like crazy. Goals against, we were third best in the league behind New York and Toronto. Toronto's got some good defense, apparently. As far as power play goals go, we were... Actually, let's go to power play percentage. Is that possible? Yeah. How is the power play? Were we on there? Apparently our power play wasn't that good, so... Yeah, we were right in the middle of the pack at 20%. And what about our penalty kill? That had to be fairly high. Yeah, we were 4th in the league. Our away record had to be probably one of the best. Or our home record, sorry. No, not so much, but our away record, yeah, was best in the league. 31 away wins. Our last 10 was easily the best in the league. Wow. That is spectacular from the boys. I'm seriously impressed with how they've done. As you can see, we went on those 3-game win streaks in a row, and we are about to claim another President's Trophy here. But St. Louis did get to the Cup Finals from the West last year, so they're still a serious threat. Aho won the Art Ross. The Hart went to Aho as well. Chubasov won it last year. Carlson won. Probably is going to win another Norris. Mikhail Semin, yeah, he was pretty good. 2 Art Ross, or 2 Conn Smythes for McDavid. We knew that. And as you could see, Carter Hart had 1 good year in there, but besides that, I can't remember. I think maybe 2 years ago, I can't remember if anybody, like any of our coaches, won the Jack Adams. I don't think so, but yeah, overall, really good season again, and I have no complaints on how that season went. So for the next episode, by the looks of it, we will be going up against most likely either the Canucks or the Colorado Avalanche, one of those two teams. So let's go give both those teams a look, because that's the only two ways that these could play out. So Colorado first, just because they're probably going to be the stronger team. And they don't even have McKinnon anymore. They traded him away. So Tyson Jost now their main man. Abraham Tripp starting to perform for them as a rookie. They got Makar still. They got Bowen Byram. This was a team that knocked out some of my teams in other series like Journeyman. But they're definitely going to miss McKinnon. No questions asked. As far as Vancouver goes, Quinn Hughes is just an absolute monster back there. Besides that, just average kind of players overall. They got Josh Roy playing defense. All right, that's a new one. Pedersen's up to a 93 high elite. I'm surprised he hasn't broken a franchise potential yet, but their forward core looks much better. Obviously, Pedersen just makes that entire forward core look way better. They got DiPietro and Korpisalo, so not too shabby either. Hayden Fleury is injured, and they got options. That's the one thing I didn't look at for Colorado was their goaltending, so that's something I'm interested in. Colorado Avalanche, Grubauer and Picard, okay. So I feel either way we've got a good shot with either of those teams, whoever we're playing. I get the feeling it might actually be Colorado, so I'm going to advance just to show you guys who we are playing next episode, and then that will wrap it up. So we did not sell out 30 home ice, or we did not have 30 home ice sellouts, but there you have it. We are taking on the Colorado Avalanche first round. And the Nashville Predators will play the Vancouver Canucks. So, yeah, I think we stand a good chance. We always do. And we've definitely seen tougher Colorado teams in the past. I don't know if so much in this series. Mainly it's been St. Louis. St. Louis has been the team that's really given us some trouble over the last couple seasons. But we will be matching up against the Colorado Avalanche. The St. Louis Blues are still in the Cup. And who else was teams that we've met in the finals before? The Rangers we've seen. The Toronto Maple Leafs we've seen. So yeah, definitely some good teams still remaining who are, probably going to go for solid runs in the playoffs. But that is going to be it for me. Next episode, Colorado is coming up. If you guys are new to the channel, please go down below and consider subscribing if you are enjoying my content, especially if you actually made it to the end of the video here. Also, leave a like. Feel free to comment. Let me know whatever you guys are thinking. Honestly, I love to read the comments, and you guys have kind of been lacking, to be honest. So let's see if we can improve that. But that is going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya!